Pressure there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Three down. Hey, check. Three down. Watch the zebra. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the zebra. Watch twist.
So after the INT, it's Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
Manning looking to throw it. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 10 yards to go on third.
I got trips this side. We got three. 34, eyes up 34. Rush in.
To throw is Manning. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
Watch right. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
All right, here we go. Wide and yay. Come on, baby. Alert.
Kill.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a pickup of 19, and it'll give the Raiders a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, I love how in the game of football, everything that we call new, if we research it, we find out it's old. Mobile quarterbacks have been around forever. Those who can extend a play and find open receivers downfield, those guys never get old.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Come on, baby, alert. Here we go. Wide and yay. Come on, baby, alert.
Hey, check 24.
Zebra.
Switch.
Come on, baby, alert.
Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Hey, we're going to run.
Check.
Here we go. Red, 18. Zebra.
Watch safety creeping. Safety
Come on, baby, alert.
Flare.
Zebra.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it to DeAndre Washington. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
Sponge. No.
on, baby. Alert! Alert!
Check 37.
Hey, we're going to rally.
Check 4.
Rally.
Check 4.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He finds Roberts complete. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Two times. Odd on. 5 down.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
And Manning keeps it himself. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Zebra.
Now this time, Manning will throw. Drops it off in the flat to Jennings. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Underneath for Jennings. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first down, Manning fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
We got 4. We got 4.
Zebra.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
On first and 10, here's Manning. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Zebra.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
9 yards on the play and a first down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
15 yards there on the catch and run. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on because right now he's got the defense.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns, just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know, pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Gun.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, gun.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Manning to throw once more. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Shipped together here from the D-line. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
Rally. Here we go. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. Hold on, baby. Alert.
We got double up.
What can Carr do now with his drive? And do you believe this? It's a safety, and the ball game is over. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all